Hello, today I'm going to do a quick video for you just to show you what the Plum paper planners are like. So I have two planners here. They're both the 7x9 size and they have two different layouts. So this one has the lined columns layout and this one has the vertical priorities layout. There are a ton of different layouts available, so you'll have to check out the website for those. And there are three different sizes. This is the middle size available. So we will start with the lined columns planner. So I was able to choose this color background. There are a ton of different prints available for you to choose from. And you can have your name printed on here. You can choose the shape of the background, or you can have a quote or your name down here. You can include the year if you want, or you can leave it all out and just leave it plain. The cover is a very strong plastic to protect the other papers. And this page is also very strong paper, more like a cardstock. It actually almost feels plasticky, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry about tearing this. And regardless of which layout you choose, you're gonna have this sort of title page with a spot for your name. And then an outline of the year, so you can get a glimpse of what dates fall on what days of the week. Then there's this special dates page, so there's a column for each month of the year, and you can keep track of birthdays and special occasions for each month. And then a similar page here, the titles are left blank, so you can fill them in yourself. The suggestion is to use this for ideas, plans, goals, so you can organize it however you would like. And then you get into the monthly sections. And regardless of which layout you have, you're going to have these same color of tabs. Let me give you a better look there. So these will be the same if you choose colored tabs. So at the beginning of each month, you have this page with a spot for goals, birthdays, events, things to remember, and then a couple of extra sections here, and a piece of lined paper. At the back of the month, you have another lined paper as well, and that's for every month regardless of your layout. And then you also have a calendar for the month, again, the same regardless of your layout. And then on the weekly pages, this is where things get different. So for my lined columns layout, I had a couple of choices to customize this the way I would like. I had the option to put titles at the top of my columns. So if you can see this, I'll bring it a little closer for you. Each day of the week goes this way all the way across both pages and has different sectioned off columns so you can take notes for the same day but in different categories. So you can have titles at the top for the different categories, or you can leave them blank like I did because I tend to kind of change the way I'm organizing things depending on what I'm doing that week. So you also have the option of adding in the weekend days if you would like. I decided to leave those out. I don't tend to use them, and it allowed me to have a couple of extra lines for each day of the week. Now let's just take a look and compare that with the vertical priorities layout. So this one has, each day has a column and it has a spot for 3 priorities for that day, a short to-do list, and then a bunch of lines. So you could continue your to-do list or you could keep track of appointments for the day. And then you have some blank boxes, one for each day, as well as a big one up here, a small one over here. And then over here you have a habit tracker. So you can keep track of whatever you're working on. If you're trying to make sure you exercise every day, if you're trying to make sure you drink a certain amount of water, whatever you want to keep track of, you can check it off or keep track of how long you spend doing those things. And then you have your 2 weekend days on the side. So we'll skip ahead past the monthly sections. So in my planner, I have added a couple of extra sections. So when December ends, I have an add-on for my blog, and I have another add-on here called Reflection. So I'll give you a quick look at those, just to give you an idea of what types of things you can add. So this blog section has a page for keeping track of your login information for different websites, and then it has a couple of pages for each month. So on the monthly pages, you can keep track of holidays and important dates you may want to highlight in your blog posts, priorities for the month, if you have giveaways or reviews to keep track, or sponsors, a to-do list, a spot to brainstorm post ideas, and then over here you can keep track of your blog post schedule, date, topic, and then check off whether you've written it, edited it, posted it. And down at the bottom you can do a bit of a review of the month. So you can rate yourself on how you're doing in different areas, and you can keep track of different statistics. So you have one of those for each month, so there are 12 of those sets of pages. And then when those end, let's see. Alright, then you have this page for advertising and sponsorships and reviews. So there's a spot for details about what kind of partnership you have and contact information. And there's a spot to keep track of giveaways and contests. And then you have an expenses tracker, a spot for the date, a description of the expense and the amount, and the same type of thing for an income tracker. And then at the end you have this yearly overview, so you can review those things that you were tracking each month and see how you did for the year, as well as keep track of your income for the year. And this reflection section is kind of more of a general life add-on, but it's kind of similar to the blog one. I'll show you. It starts out with an overview of your year's vision and goals. So a spot here for going over your values and your goals in different areas: career, family, health, financial, and personal. Then, just like the blog planner section, you have a couple of pages for each month. So these are repeated 12 times. You can rate yourself in different areas that you're working on, keep track of some of the things you did that month that are memorable, and then over here you can work on your goals. Your goal, progress you made, what was successful, what you can improve, and your next steps for the following month. So once you get past those monthly reflection pages, there's one more page at the end for yearly reflection. Again, reviewing how you did in those areas you were rating yourself on for each month, and then a spot for some of the highlights of your year. So both planners at the end have a section with a few extra pages. So this one ends at the end of my add-on. This one ends at the end of December. So there's your line paper for December, and then the rest of the pages are going to be the same from here. So you have a couple of note pages here, and then a spot for passwords, contact information, a couple pages for that, and then a list of US holidays for the year of your planner and the 2 years following. Then an outline of the year after your planner takes place, and a spot with a couple of pockets so you can add loose papers in there. So there you go. That is the Plum paper planner. Lots of ways you can customize these for your own planning style. I have a link in the description for you to go to my blog where you can enter to win this planner. And there are a lot of giveaways going on my blog this month, as we're having our holiday gift guide giveaways. So check those out when you're over there. And if you want any more information about the other things that are available by Plum Paper, different variations of the planners and other products they offer, I will include a link to them as well. I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.